And sir, we want to talk to you about MBA ROI because I don't think any other course they talk about ROI. Only when it comes to MBA, everyone is worried about their ROI and what ROI is all included and everything. We will talk about those things. But sir, I want to hijack the event first to talk about the CMAT dates. Any inside information? कुछ आपको अंदर की न्यूज मालूम है कि CMAT को लेके क्या हो रहा है, कब आने वाली dates?
See, all these years, CMAT exam dates are generally announced by mid of February. This time we are in the month of March, despite the fact we had one extra day in February. So the announcement has not come yet. But whatever information we have from some reliable sources, it seems like it's going to happen slightly late this year. Maybe end April, first week of May, something of that sort. But it's very much there. It's going to happen. And as we have been kind of promoting all these time in various events and various creatives, etc., that along with the CAT, ZAT, and GMAT, the candidates who are appearing for CMAT are also eligible to apply for IMT Nagpur. IMT Nagpur has been accepting CMAT score for all these years, and this year also we are going to accept CMAT score. So it's very much there. However, if I just make it clear to candidates who are like still in two minds, etc., our application is closing on 5th of March. Okay. And you all need to apply before that, because after 5th of March, we will not be accepting any more application to our PGDM programs. So what happens is then, since the exam has not taken place and you definitely therefore, to state the obvious, you don't have the score, CMAT score with you, you will not be kind of part of the PI process that happens immediately. You'll have to wait till the time your CMAT scores are made available to you. And once the scores are uploaded on our ERP portal, etc., wherever you are applying, or through which whatever you are applying, we will invite you for the personal interview and critical thinking test process, right? So my advice and suggestion is that whether you are kind of in two minds or not about CMAT, etc., you must apply before 5th of March, which is our final deadline for the second phase of the CTPI process.
Correct. So let me just summarize this. So students have to, 5th of March is the last day to apply. The form will not be extended irrespective of the CMAT dates. Fine. But apna score can be uploaded, the score, once you get a good percentile, and there's a cutoff as well. So I don't know the cutoff for this year, but I think typically 90 percentile plus is a good score.
Yes.
Score where
Yes.
they can get the call.
Yes, I agree with you that for the last 2 to 3 years, the cutoff has been 90 percentile and above. And this year, it's very likely to remain the same.
Correct. So those who want to apply for IMT Nagpur, they have to apply now and upload your scores afterward. ठीक है, तो वो आपको इतना provision दिया जाएगा because the exam is now late. So that's number one. Sir, coming back to the ROI. Sir, what do you mean by ROI? So normally a lot of B schools they only talk about the academic course fees. Fine, I don't want to name the colleges कि हमारे college का फीस है 25 lakh, but that's only the tuition fees. They don't include the overheads. So
Yes.
if I just add the overheads, what exactly is coming in terms of the fee structure or my cost for MBA?
So see, if you check our website and all our communication regarding the program expense, etc., we always mention the overall expense and not just the academic fees. So if you see it is 15 lakhs, that's mentioned as the fees for the program. It includes your academic fees. It includes your hostel, your food, right? Food is all the meals come, breakfast and the evening snacks, etc. It also includes your expenses of hostel stay, as I have said, textbook. It also includes your alumni fees, joining fees. In fact, some amount is also a refundable caution money. So once you are paying 15 lakhs, the only expense that you may have to kind of incur during 2 years of your stay in the campus will be some of your very basic personal expenses, maybe your cost of haircut or something of that sort. Beyond that, there is not at all a single paisa that you need to spend apart from the basic necessities. So therefore, when you do the calculation of ROI for IMT Nagpur, please keep this in mind that you are not doing a calculation only against your fee, academic fees, but against your entire expenses. Once you pay your entire fees and all, you will get to know what is the breakup. So you would see that your ROI is actually much higher if you are considering your expense only for the tuition fees.
Correct. And sir, one thing I want to add, normally which a lot of students miss is the opportunity cost, that if you could have been working in the industry, so you would have been earning some amount of money. तो वो भी आप एक फैक्टर लेके चलो कि दैट्स आई ऑलवेज रिकमेंड जॉइन अ गुड कॉलेज, सो दैट यू आर एटलीस्ट नॉट रिपेंटिंग दैट कि जो आपने 2 साल आप जॉब कर सकते थे, दैट यू वेस्टेड दोस 2 years एंड डूइंग, इट्स नॉट ऑब्वियसली वेस्टेड, इट्स लाइक इन्वेस्टेड 2 years, बट उतना अच्छा क्वालिटी होना चाहिए. सो दैट्स ऑलवेज आई रिकमेंड दैट. So, sir, when it comes to IMT Nagpur, I always say that it's one of the best ROI. So, when it comes to the best ROI, the first thing which might come to my mind is scholarship. That anyone who is scoring good in CAT exam is getting a scholarship, and the girls also having a scholarship. Every girl who apply for IMT Nagpur is having a scholarship of 25%, I think. So, sir, can you
For
put some light on that?
IMT Nagpur, the scholarship for all female student is 20% of
20%.
the academic fees. And if I give you roughly what it translates into, it's somewhere around 2,10,000 to 2,20,000 it translate into. It's more than 2 lakh rupees. So effectively for all the girl student, the expense as far as education is concerned is not 15, but 15 minus that 2,10,000, 2,20,000 or whatever it turns out to be. So for girls, therefore, it's definitely a major improvement on their ROI. If I continue with your description of how the ROI is calculated and all this thing, because the expense is 2 lakh rupees less for them. And it not just scholarship for female student, which is there for everyone. And I would like to share with you that this scholarship is not subject to any condition. So we are not saying that female candidates whose family income is below X amount or female candidates who would get certain X percentile, no condition attached, no string attached. If you are a female candidate, you are going to get that 20% scholarship in the academic fees. Apart from that, if you are a meritorious candidate, in a sense, you have scored more than 90 percentile in CAT and XAT and more than 650 in GMAT, you will get a handsome and a very generous scholarship of 40% of the academic fees, which translate into more than 4 lakh rupees, right? So for them, the cost of education goes almost as low as 11 lakh rupees. So now a PGDM degree, which is MBA equivalent, because we are AIU kind of institute, which has granted us the equivalence of MBA. So if you consider in today's time and era, a 2-year program coming at a cost of 11 lakhs or maybe 13 lakhs, including your stay and food and all, I think there are many ordinary schools even where the fees would be much higher, right? So
Right.
the fees are effectively very, very low here. And not just in the first year, the students who do well in the first year of the program, who will score very high in certain subjects, will top their respective program and all, in the second year, they will be provided with another set of merit scholarship. And that can run into, if you are a very good student, you have got highest score in many subjects and all, that again can run into more than ₹1 lakh for you. So if that's the case, you join with a 90 percentile and all, and then you do well, your cost of education goes as low as ₹9 lakh maybe, right?
Correct. Correct.
So in that case, the ROI is many percentage higher than many of the B schools that are talking a lot about their ROI, etc. We are
We do that.
not in the league. We don't get into those kind of competition. But these are some of the facts I feel through you, the student should know that here the cost of getting a PGDM diploma, which is equivalent to MBA, is extremely low considering the quality, the exposure, and the career we are ensuring to each one of them.
Correct, correct, correct. Sir, I know we are supposed to pick up the chats in the end, but there are a couple of very relevant questions I can see in the chat, so I'll pick them up. Web is asking that 20% scholarship is available on 15 lakhs. So yes, sir, I've just clarified that. Yes, the 20%
It's not on 15 lakhs. Let me just clarify. It's on tuition fee,
tuition fees. Okay.
which is somewhere around 10 to 11 lakhs. I'm not too sure about it.
Okay.
Right? So it translates into more than ₹2 lakh.
Correct. So
You can
Lakshmi,
do that. It's not ₹3 lakh. It's 2,10,000 or something of that sort.
correct, correct, correct. So जितना मेरे को मालूम है कि your lump sum total fees become around 12 lakhs for a girl.
Yes, definitely.
And
Including everything.
including
Yes.
everything, right? Harshal is having a question that scholarship, is there a scholarship available for economically backward students?
Oh, yes. That I was not talking about because I thought that it's a mandate by the AICTE and all B schools are doing it. So it does not require any additional mention, but
It's there, it's
we
there.
have it 100% tuition fee waiver. So for that kind of student, the total cost of education is barely 2 to 3 lakh rupees, I suppose. But that is a UGC mandate, AICTE mandate, sorry,
Correct,
AICTE mandate. And last year, I think more than 9 students from our institute were granted this. And we are open to granting this scholarship up to 5% of our intake, which would be somewhere around 17, 18 students. We are open to that. Last year, we gave it to 9 because the others were not meeting the requirement. But we are open to that. I did not mention it because it's there.
It's already there, right?
In all B school, it's there. Yes.
Correct, correct. Praneeth have a very interesting question. She got 96 percentile in CAT exam and she can't pay 3,3500 for the application form. So is there any kind of application waiver available for her? So my advice to her is, if you're already 96, you are getting lakhs of scholarship. यार तुम बड़ा सोचो, तुम 35 मिनट के बारे में ना सोचो.
See, I understand that some of us may have some sort of financial constraint, etc. So probably this is also a good time to tell you that unlike many other private B schools where they insist on one single payment of the entire fees, we take the fees trimester wise. So we would not like to burden you with a huge amount of fees at one go. So you pay 15 lakhs on the very first day of the program you join like this. No, it is split over 3 plus 3, 6 trimester, right? And those who have some sort of financial issues, even in that small amount to be paid in installment, we have tie-ups with various banks, including, sorry, some of the PSUs, where you get a loan just by producing your admission letter. And within few working days, the loan is approved and you can get it deposited in your bank account. So we try all the possible ways to help out our meritorious students and all our students, because objective is not to extract money from you, but to ensure that you get a good quality education with minimal possible financial burden, right? So this waiver in terms of fees and all, at this juncture, we have no way of kind of checking that who is a genuine candidate and who's not. And if we want to do that, please understand we have received more than 20,000 applications. So if we have to do this to cross-check who can afford to pay the fees and who cannot, it becomes operationally very difficult. So maybe at this juncture, we
Correct.
can't help.
Correct. Correct. So there are a couple of more questions. We'll pick them in the end. So the
No
second
problem.
part of the scholarship, when we say the word ROI, is you are providing the hostel and the books at a reduced cost or free of cost. Then the international tours are available for, they will not
Yes.
charging them for the admissions for that. And another online courses which are kind of a must for MBA students today are available at a very low cost. So what would you like to say about that?
Not only just online, we have tie-ups with likes of IBM, right? With NSE, and we have got some sort of arrangement with Bloomberg. All these big names in the industry who are offering some additional courses, certificate for which would be provided after completion of the course at almost zero cost, almost at a zero cost. And please understand, in today's cutthroat competitive world, if in your CV, along with the PGDM certificate and a program that you have completed, if you produce a certificate that is being issued by IBM, or you are an NSC certified course holder, or you are completing a course that is designed and implemented by Bloomberg, right? You definitely stay ahead of the curve. You would definitely stand out from the crowd. And it can be hugely beneficial for not just your first job or placement, first placement, but throughout your career, it's going to be majorly helpful for you. So if you are looking at ROI, not just from the perspective of your first job, but your overall career growth and your future earning, they definitely add a lot to your return on investment sort of things, both in terms of time as well as money.
Correct. Correct. And then fees includes your hostel and the books as well.
Food and textbook, the fees to become a part of the alumni network, and some refundable cautionary money. I guess that is 15,000 or so. So the course is not even 15 lakhs. You can get your 15,000 back unless and until you damage some property and your caution money is forfeited.
Great, great, great. So yeah. So anything. So sir, next question is 20,000 applicants. I've already applied from the IMT Nagpur doing the common admission form. So, but I've not received any update as of now from IMT Nagpur. I got 72 percentile. So will they get a call? So Prabhat and Biraj, both of them are the same doubt.
So in the second phase, we are going to take into consideration those candidates who have completed their forms, but their PI process has not taken place so far, right? And in this phase, we will be focusing on people who have applied both through the common portal as well as through IMT Nagpur portal, right? So maybe you will get a call if you qualify for the PI process once we start rolling out the PI letters. That we will do post 5th of March.
Correct. So for CAT and ZAT, it will be coming now, but for CMAT, it will be coming after the CMAT result is out.
Yes, because in this year, we have decided that we are not going to do any process for candidates who are without score. Because till last year, we were doing it online. And online is much more easy as far as the execution of the process is concerned. So even if it was 18, 19,000, we could do it, right? But this time it's happening physically. So
Correct.
there is a lot of logistical issues that are involved, and we definitely cannot conduct PI process for everyone who applies. We have to do it phase wise, and we need to filter out some application and
Correct. 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 So the next question is from Kajal, and I always love this kind of width of doubts they have. She said, "You already have given an interview. When will be the result announced?" So you can see the width. One of the
No,
not
no, no, no.
yet.
That is a very genuine question.
Correct. Correct.
I understand the anxiousness of people who have appeared and still not heard from us. See, the whole point is, as far as my limited knowledge goes, AICT has put certain restrictions in terms of fees payment. Okay. So, even if the offer letter is sent, the candidates will not be allowed to pay the admission fees before, I think, first week of April or last week of March or something of that sort, right? So since we cannot know who is going to accept the offer and who is not, we are not kind of rolling out the admission offer just now. We will do it maybe third or fourth week of March. So another 2 or 3 weeks of suspense one has to deal with.
Correct. Correct. So yeah, so we have kind of covered up all the major points from my end. So if you want to add anything, any advice you'd like to give to students?
One more thing, I guess many of you may not have checked or have not inquired about is that what about the global or international exposure that a program offers? See, one of the parameters, I'm not saying just for IMT Nagpur, if you are considering any other B school, right, which you think could be an alternative to IMT Nagpur, please do a fact check about whether the institute offers any international student exchange. And why is that? It's not because you get to go abroad and stay in a different B school for a semester or a trimester, which is definitely there. But it also talks about the quality of the program that the B school offers. Because see, if I'm a European or an American B school, why would I get into a student exchange program with an institute whose academic standards are very low, right? That kind of uh, damage my own brand and my own institute's image. So the moment you see the way it is with IMT Nagpur, that we have some 25 international B schools with which we have student exchange and a faculty exchange program MOU signed. It simply means that we are offering a program and the rigor and the standard of the program meets the international standard that are B schools in US and B schools in Europe. They feel that, yes, if our students go there and spend about a semester or a trimester, they would learn as much as they would have if they were in our campus. Or in other way, that the program that we offer, and if we invite a student from IMT Nagpur to be part of this program for a semester or a trimester, that student would not struggle. Rather, that student would enrich our classroom experience because the students of IMT Nagpur are already exposed to high standards of academic and learning process, right? So this would be another advice for me to all the students who are still kind of deciding whether to apply or whether to take up the offer or whether to join a B school or not, that please do a fact check that along with some certification course, the way IMT Nagpur offers with IBM and NSE, etc., whether the B school you are looking at is also a B school that has some sort of international student exchange program and faculty exchange program. Because these are what makes the institute and its program special, more internationally acceptable, and therefore gives you much more in your learning experience or learning journey than just a B school where you do your standard marketing and finance and operation courses and at the end of 2 years gets a certificate and that's about it. There is nothing more you can talk about in your learning experience or your learning journey, right? So keep that in mind. That would be another advice, possibly
Correct.
some of our students who are there online could also be wondering about, right?
Great, great, great. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for talking to
My
us.
pleasure.
Thank you. So, students from IMT Nagpur, if you have any question to add, if you want to add something, otherwise we are done.
I think
No, sir,
the
we are done.
Okay, we're
the
done. Okay.
questions that you
Great.
have already kind of
Yeah,
collected
I'm
from the
sorry, I
audience.
already hijacked that because
Ah,
I love to do this kind of a live chat because the students get bored. Okay,
no,
my
no,
question not being answered, so I love to do it as live as possible.
definitely, definitely. And I am here for another few minutes or so in case someone is still kind of framing the question or trying to figure out whether this is a relevant question or not. Or if there are any questions you can see on the chat
Yeah,
box.
so there's one question which I've got
Hmm.
just now. I got you were
Please.
talking about 100% waiver. Is it only for the student through CAT or anyone who's getting through CMAT also can get into that?
No, no, no. This has nothing to do with what exam you are being selected through. It is to do with your family income. And I guess as far as our institute is in Maharashtra, so we go by Maharashtra's definition. If your annual family income is less than 8 lakh, you are eligible for such scholarship. It doesn't matter which exam you are applying through. So whether you are a CAT, ZAT, or a CMAT or GMAT, if your family income is less than 8 lakh annually, you will be eligible. But please make sure you understand the meaning of the term family income, not father's income, right?
Correct.
All the members of the family, whosoever is staying with your family, everyone's income is pulled together to calculate whether it exceeds 8 lakh or not, right?
Correct. Sir, last question, one more question about from the CAT. Is there any expected cutoff from CAT point of view so that at least I can have a PI call? CAT and ZAT.
As of now, we are not really finalizing on all these things. But if you go by historical trend for the last 3-4 years, anyone who is scoring above 72, 73 can expect a PI call.
Yeah.
But please understand, this is a historical average.
Correct. That's an
And
estimate.
it differs from year to year. Some years it goes to 72, some years it goes up to 76. It fluctuates, it varies.
Correct.
But yes, if you are 72 and above, it is fair to say that you will get a PI call.
Correct. 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 Sir, we have another very valid question. Sorry, I'm taking your time.
No,
How many
it's
seats are
absolutely
there for CMAT? What if all the seats are filled by CAT and ZAT?
no, no.
That's a good one.
We are not going to do that. And there is nothing like a certain number of seats for CMAT and certain for CAT and certain for ZAT. It's not like that. We have an overall scoring system, right? So overall score is what matters. So if after we receive your score and your overall score, that is your PI, your past academic record, your test score, your CT score, all these put together turns out to be higher than a person who is applying through CAT and ZAT, will select you, will not have any biases against or in favor of any of the tests. All students who are appearing for the PI process through any of the 4 tests, they are all equally preferred by us. There is no discrimination.
Great. 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 So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for talking to us. It was awesome. It's always awesome talking to you. You always have you clarify all the doubts in detail.
Sure. I'm very happy that I could solve some of the queries. And as I would like to say that on our website and in various social media, we keep updating about our admission and our institute activities, etc. And we also have shared our contact numbers, WhatsApp numbers and all. So even after this session gets over and someone suddenly finds that, okay, I did not ask this question, etc., please feel free to call on these numbers or email to us or just send a WhatsApp message or whatsoever. We'll get back to you and solve your query. Thank you very much. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take care then, everyone. Bye.